Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to be continuing on with our HTML tutorial series, and in this tutorial we are going to be covering the heading elements in HTML. Now, if you recall last video we covered the header element, and that is not, I repeat, not the same thing as the heading elements. Headings are used to, for example, mark sections and subsections and subsections of subsections and all that kind of stuff of content. So you could use the section tags and the heading elements in tandem with one another to kind of to structure your page, and that is very important because the whole point of HTML is to structure your web page and then style it and give it functionality with JavaScript if you need to and all that stuff. So there are 6 levels of headings in HTML. We have H1 through H6, and you probably guessed already that the H stands for heading. Now, headings are also very important because screen reader users, for example, many of them, including myself, will navigate a web page by headings. So your best bet for headings in your web page is to use these heading elements. It's the easiest way. It's less work, all that stuff. So, how do we actually do these headings then? Well, inside of our body, we can go ahead and do H1 like that, with less than H1 greater than, and then its closing tag less than / H1 greater than. And inside of that tag, we're going to have a heading 1. And we're going to copy this, paste it until we have 6 headings, but we're going to change the numbering for these headings. So this bottommost one should be heading level 6, so H6. Then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2. Okay. So H5, 4, 3, and 2. Right, so just like that. Now we have all the different heading levels, 1 through 6. We're going to then save this document, go into Edge, and reload. Let's decrease the font size here. And so now you can see we have our heading level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Heading level 1 being the biggest, and heading level 6 being the smallest. Now, let's talk about the purpose of these different headings, right? So heading level 1 is generally used for like page titles, or for like, generally page titles, right? Not like the title metadata element. I'm talking like the title of the page on the actual page, like you can see it in the content of the page. And then heading level 2 is used for specifying the titles for the different sections. And then 3 for subsections in those sections, and so on and so forth. So that's why all those exist. So that way you have a way of neatly organizing your page. I have seen some people use these heading levels in confusing in confusing ways semantically. So just make sure it's all logical. I recommend testing your web pages with a screen reader like Narrator or NVDA or something, or JAWS JAWS if you absolutely want to make an investment, because that costs money. But VoiceOver on Mac and iOS and iPadOS and stuff, and learn how to use it, navigate by headings, by links, and all that stuff to make sure that it's actually understandable when all you can use to experience a web page is audio. Because if you, a sighted person, can't understand it, when you can actually see the content of your page, a blind person, for example, doesn't have a chance of understanding it. So that pretty much does it for this video, guys, on the heading elements. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.